Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bravo stream here at MLG Anaheim. Coming up next, we got VeXx Gaming versus Death Report. I'm joined by a very special guest. Actually, he's not that
I'm pretty special.
This is the guy that made fun of all the casters in that one YouTube video.
I made fun of everybody, Revin, including myself. You have to have some humility. We all say some fun stuff, right?
Yeah. So this is your first LAN.
First LAN.
Your first cast at your LAN. So I want to get to know you better.
Okay.
Let me ask you the first question. Who's your favorite player and why is it Nate Shot?
Oh my God! Because when he looks at you, no. You know what? Favorite player for real though is it's a tie.
No, there's no tie.
No, it's 100%. It has to be 100% tie.
You got to make a decision right here.
Okay. TP. Just
TP. Okay.
It's TP. Has to be TP.
You got a favorite team then?
I don't have a favorite team. I can't. No, I don't have a favorite team. I enjoy watching too much Call of Duty.
How'd you get your start in Call of Duty?
I started in Black Ops 2 playing a little more of the competitive things, just kind of running GBs and all that fun stuff, trying to scrim people and really trying to learn the game and this community. And then I
heard you were I heard you were a silver rank in League play.
Definitely, I was in Cotton Division actually to begin things, and then worked my way up through the grind.
All right, so the map we're playing, of course, you can see it's Octane Domination now. I actually really enjoy playing this map, even though I'm primarily a SMG player.
Right.
I feel like as the game has progressed, the sub players have kind of figured out, what you got to do as an SMG on this map, how you got to play around the map. But the one thing that's impressed me the most with how they've progressed is on this map, you get behind enemy lines a lot, right? And sometimes you're just like, well, I'm behind enemy lines, I got to do something. But recently, they've been showing very good patience. All the SMG players, they are picking and choosing their battles when they're on the other side of the map. They're working that neutral. They're working the 3-cap. I've just been really impressed with how they move themselves and when they decide to push out and go for gunfights.
It's definitely evolved. In the beginning, when Ghost came out, we got into competitive.
Oh, okay.
Big knife there from Slasher. It was all about pushing, getting behind, and just trying to slay. And now it's almost like Blitz, choosing the right gunfights and choosing which objective to grab. And right now, it's actually VeXx doing a great job here on Dom Octane. 27-14 in the first couple of minutes. Slacked. We're jumping on board with him. Got taken out. We'll switch on over to Slasher. 7-2. Not playing the objective. That's great, but really outslaying and really posting up with this AR. This is my favorite position on this map. I love the SMG role, but if your AR cannot perform in this map, your team's not going to perform flat out. If your AR, like Slasher, can stay up, get those picks, there's a second right there, it's going to be absolutely crucial, and it's going to be vital to a win.
Yeah, so right now they got the 3-cap going, and this is a map where you're not going to see many captures just because of how hard it is to not only retake the map, but also get the flag. Let's jump over to Huddle now. I'm so glad that Huddle was able to make it to this event. He actually recently got heart surgery. As you can tell, everything's fine. He's still alive.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't know if he was going to be at this event. Glad to see him here. He's a very talented player. Let's see what he could do. So he's over near B Search, about to get the almost got the 2-piece. But right now, the other team, they're not getting any points. They don't have any flag under their control. Slasher back on your screen. Long-range AR shot. Finds one, picks up the kill. Look around for more as Death Report, they're finally able to regain control of their A flag. But, they're going up against a really strong team. These guys were so close to making it into the champ bracket. I actually think they're the #1 seed here in the Season 3 play-in.
Yeah, right now, Death Report obviously struggling on this map. But when you look across, nobody going positive for the team, as well as they've only been able to capture the objective 3 times. Same with VeXx, but VeXx obviously able to hold on to it for so much longer. Challenging that C-flag's not going to matter because Slack will rotate back and pick up the easy kill, and they'll continue to hold on to their 2 flags while neutralizing that A flag. Means they're just going to continue to extend the point margin here, Revin, and it's honestly, it's looking pretty devastating for Death Report.
Yeah, so as you guys can tell, the first 2 rounds here, it's a bit of a mismatch. The pro teams that were close to being in the championship bracket, they're going up against some of the amateur teams in this scene. So they're just giving a demonstration of the skill gap that's in place. The first few rounds, they're going to be matches like this. The pro teams, they're just getting warmed up.
Absolutely.
They're feeling out the map, and it's really good to get those first game jitters. The one thing I kind of dislike about the new format is we don't really have that Cinderella story team.
No.
Like, I was that team at UMG Philly under the E-Girl Slayers.
Yeah.
And I am going to miss that element of the tournament.
You really are, because to be able to see those teams, those not necessarily random players, but those teams you didn't think had a shot come up and just make a name for themselves in this community, it's just so fun to watch, and it really adds to the strength of the community, helps it build. And with the way the open bracket works now, you don't really get to see that opportunity. But there is, obviously the counter opportunities that do.
Oh
arise
yeah, I
in the
mean,
open bracket
you
for
got a
amateurs.
spot in the next season
Oh,
league
yeah.
play, which
That's
offers
big.
a whole ton of exposure.
So much.
Begin stream on MLG.tv. Also, just constant practice against the best teams.
Yeah, the best players. You practice against the best if you want to be the best, and getting into the next league season is absolutely vital for these teams. Honestly, if I was competing at this point, and I think you'd agree, if you're an open bracket amateur, I don't really care about the prize pool. I just want to get into the league.
Get him! Nice.
Got the knife. Slasher wrapping up that B flag. A still remains in control of Death Report, but his time will dwindle down here. The storyline has been all VeXx.
Yeah, this has only been 5 minutes.
This is it. First round of Dom Octane, and VeXx is just proving their dominance, showing why they're that #1 seed.
Not too sure what Pluto's doing, but
he's just hanging out.
Yeah.
He's just hanging. He's I'll cap a few flags. You guys do the rest. I'll see you later.
I mean, really, that's what it's going on. Slasher's killing everything. Slack's killing everything. So is Huddle putting up some serious numbers now. It's going to be tough. You're down by 80 points. I don't know if there's much you can do. You're going to have to get a nasty spawn trap going.
It's all about the aggression with the spawn trap, obviously, and that's where we talk about the SMG work. If your SMGs can't get across the map, where's the failure? It's obviously in your ARs not being able to pick up those power positions like top broken or top motel or top pawn so that your subs can get across. But if Death Report wants a shot, they're going to need to get inside VeXx's spawn and trap them in their home flag. They're obviously going to need a triple cap for a little bit too and neutralize their home flag if they want to make a serious detriment in this point gap.
So here we go. We're going to be watching Pluto. Very disappointing first side from him. But, it's a close game. Let's see if he could step it up when time calls for it. Connects with the headshot there onto Charlie. But right now they're just running the contain. They're locking down the map, and they're not letting Death Report leave their base. And, this happens to pro teams all the time. So whenever you get spawn trapped, especially on Octane, I always feel like the right play automatically is to overextend it, especially when on the last time when they're spawning back strip.
I agree.
That's an awful place to have to rotate back and defend the A flag, whereas if they push up, because there's only going to be one guy usually at that broken tank. You're going to fight that 4-on-1. Maybe you'll trade 2 guys for him, but it's worth it in the end because you're going to gain left side map control, some key power positions there, not only the Jeep but also broken. And then you could open the lane to the C flag, and then you're kind of spreading the other team out. Do they want to rotate back and defend C? Usually what will happen is you'll trade the home flags, but you'll maintain map control, so it's actually a better position than, of course, being spawn trapped in back strip.
Definitely. As Death Report will continue to spawn on their flag here, because Pluto's going to be pushing top pawn and diner. They just have not been able to get out of their spawn.
I don't think they've seen the middle of the map yet.
They have not. They have not been able to cross that 50-yard line, and it's thanks to this mean spawn trap. Pluto's been alive for I don't know how long on a 5-point streak, not even engaging, and that dead time, that time you're not even sitting there shooting your weapon is just, it hurts. It hurts if you're on the opposite team.
Right? Pluto, I think he finished the last side with 12 deaths. I think it was like 4 and 12.
He hasn't died.
He has yet to die on this side. Really stepping his game up. I'm so impressed with Pluto right now.
He's going off on the secondary main stage here on the Bravo
The feature
stream.
station.
Yeah, the feature station. As another 3 will go down here for Death Report. Continuing
Charlie
to
bit my
struggle.
finger.
Charlie, 12 and 22. But 3 captures trying to play the objective. Let's jump on board with him here. Bottom gas is going to hopefully find some life here as he moves up top of. Not going to jump on board FEMA. Pluto will clean him up as well as 2 other players go down for Death Report. But check out the overextension. We talk about that's the way to get out of the spawn trap. And right now, Run Lion's going to go ahead and hop on this A flag. And now they've got a home to call their own finally. But just as quick as they cap that, check out VeXx on the opposite side, capping C.
Yeah, Run Line actually making the best play he could possibly make for his team. As I said, overextended, and what actually happened is all these teammates just kind of spawned right on top of him.
Right.
So, okay, gang, might as well just cap this flag while we're here. But, of course, VeXx quickly realized this situation, went ahead and captured C. But this game, it's all but over. There's absolutely no way. I'm sorry, Death Report, but you can't come back in this game.
No.
Even if you 3-cap for the entire time, you're not going to make up 115 points in a minute 40 seconds.
Now, coming out, you talk about Cinderella's story, and obviously you with E-Girl Slayers making a huge run. How do you come back from this, right? You're playing an amazing team. So first of all, you've got jitters, right? How, after a devastating domination, do you move into S&D?
Well, you really got to shake it off.
Yeah.
It comes down to that. You got to get past the mental block of, okay, we kind of got outclassed in this match, and I think Team Caliber is one of the best teams at just bouncing back from losses. So
Short
just
memory.
shake it off, okay, Well, that's only one game. You got to completely forget about it and just start talking about the next one. So it's going to be search and destroy, as you said. That's usually the rotation, dom, search, then blitz.
Right.
But I'm not too sure what the map is going to be. I'm sure that plays a factor. You definitely don't want to play Octane Search after you just got schmanged on Octane Domination. But we'll see. I was actually talking with, I think it was Reflections earlier about, we don't know much about these AM teams, but what we do know is that when they usually step into competitive play, they start out playing Search and Destroy.
Always.
So maybe they could put up a fight in the next game mode.
And this is a best of 3 here in the open bracket,
it's
ladies
brutal.
and gentlemen. So first 2 maps wins, and right now VeXx will definitely pick up their first one. And like Revan said, if Death Report has any chance in this, they're going to have to obviously pick up this S&D, or it's a swift 2-0 and it's done. But if they pick up that S&D, maybe get lucky in that blitz. It could be,
I don't think we've seen a blitz all day on stream. Everything's been 2-0.
2-0. But
I'm missing my blitz games.
S&D is one of those games that, like, when you get into competitive, I know I did. I played S&D GBs more than Variant every single day, and that's where you see a lot of these amateur teams shine. So hopefully we will see them shine.
Very close game here. Map number 1, 241 to 72. VeXx Gaming just inching that one out. Well played to them. You see him just dropping all sorts of phenomenal numbers now.
Pluto.
Even though Pluto went 13-16, obviously he wasn't playing to his fullest potential, but I would definitely like to see him take this match seriously because early stages of the tournament, you want to get warmed up. Right. You know the other team is trying their heart out, and that's some of the best practices you could get, even though they won in convincing fashion. Just knowing that they're giving it their all, you should really just respect that and give it your all back.
Absolutely. And you don't want to get lackadaisical. This is...
What did you just say?
Lackadaisical.
Is that a real word?
That's a word. Dictionary that. That's not a word, but it now is a verb. You don't want to get all lackadaisy, right? You don't want to get comfortable.
I don't think that's a real word.
It's a word. Lackadaisical?
You're the first person
Lackadaisical.
I've ever heard use that word.
If I coined that term, Rage Duff Man, 2014. But seriously, though, when you're playing teams early on in the open bracket, you're a very established pro team. You play it slow. You just hang out there.
Play it safe.
You run the risk later on in the tournament of not playing at that top performing level that you need to be once you start playing some of these better teams, especially teams like Optic Nation, right, or SB.
Yeah, I also want to check out Rise later on in the tournament. I have a lot of faith in that team. But anyways, guys, that does it for map number 1, Octane Domination in the books. We're going to commercial break. When we come back, it's going to be Search and Destroy. What map? We'll find out after this.